same spiel, which means that it's probably government regulated on how it's delivered, because it's the exact same verbiage, it's the exact same displays and visual cues. It's the and I'm sitting there looking at these poor what do they still call them, flight attendants, and they every airline has the exact same hand gestures when they're going through this safety spiel. So it's got to be regulated. Who sat down and wrote, okay, when they say this, here's the regulation. When they say this, the other attendants have to gesture with their hands in this manner. No other manner is allowed. It must be this. Those are the kind of regulations that we get. Guarantee you. But hey, I don't know. The story doesn't really tell us how you're going to get a chance to experience the 9/11 attack. But look it up. If you want to. So you could probably experience if you want to. I think it'd be a good training vehicle for everyday citizens, because of something similar. I know most people are not going to be in a 110-story building and somebody hit it with a plane, but just the whole other things could happen. Even in smaller buildings where, if you're trained to react in certain ways, if you know what it's like, then you know what to do. If you don't know what it's like, you're going to be stunned and, what's happening? What? Oh, no, what's happening? And that's when people die. But if you know what it's like, you're like, wow, something just big, we need to go. Because what happens to most people when something that's out of the ordinary, they panic because they've never experienced it before. They don't know how to react. So it's look, I'm no different. If I experience something that's kind of frightening that I've never experienced before, I might panic a little. As calm and cool and collected as people think I am, I'm still only human. I'm not trained to to deal with stuff like that on a daily basis. This is why. The first responders, it doesn't shake them, because they're trained. They're well trained to know exactly what to do in each and every situation. Now, the rest of us out here, we don't have time to be trained like that, but at least have an understanding of what something like that has happened. When something like that happens, that we understand that it's happening, so we don't freak out and totally panic because we don't know what's happening, so we can keep our wits about ourselves, so then we can proceed to do the right thing and thus make the first responders' job all that much easier. So you can look at it that way if you want to, or you can just keep going around saying that it's sick. Speaking of first responders, here's something from Fox 5 New York. An EMT, an emergency medical technician, is suspended for trying to save a choking girl. Let me read that headline to you again. EMT is suspended for trying to save a choking girl. Our government at work here, folks. Here's the reason why. Here's the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey used to say. New York, New York. A heroic New York EMT who tried in vain last week to save a 7-year-old schoolgirl choking on her lunch was suspended because it was against company policy to make a stop without being called. I know some of you are probably either saying, what? And some of you are probably just did a face slap. And some of you are probably just shaking your head. All those responses are appropriate. Now, Quasi Reed, who, by the way, happens to be black, who works for Assist Ambulance, was transporting a nursing home patient last Wednesday with his partner when he said they were flagged down by a red light, or flagged down at a red light by a frantic man who told them that a student was choking. Now, Reed said his partner, who was not reprimanded by the company, told the man they already had a patient and there was nothing they could do. Reed, who has driven ambulances for 4 years, said he knew the choking girl took a priority over the transport and against his partner's urging, jumped out of the ambulance's back door and administered first aid to the girl, who he said had already turned blue. No one at the school was rendering first aid. Well, nobody at the school knew first aid and how to do this. He said, I don't regret it, said Reed, who is suspended without pay. And he says, I'll do it again if I know there's a child choking. I'm going to do my best to help them. So because he wasn't called by a dispatcher to go help this choking girl who was obviously dying and did die, according to the story, because nobody at the school knew how to render first aid. Wait. I know the stories about this heroic EMT trying to save a little girl's life. But the bigger story is that we're sending our kids to school thinking that they're in capable hands, and nobody, I am sure that the parents of this little girl sent this child to school thinking that she was going to be in safe hands. She chokes on her lunch, and nobody at the school knows anything about rendering first aid to help this child before help arrives. And somebody is out there waving down an ambulance at a red light? What happened to calling 911? But the story's about the EMT. What about the real story about what's going on in that school? That's the story. Yeah, it's real bad that the EMT got suspended for doing something heroic. I mean, that's just absolutely asinine. There's no way in hell that he should be suspended for that. But frankly, hello, the girl died because nobody at the school knew how to help her. And then they sent somebody else, hey, flag down an ambulance, will you? Oh, maybe this is a school that doesn't allow cell phones. It's a cell phone free zone. Try to say that 5 times fast. This type of stuff just makes me think that we have lost our collective minds. But folks, I'm going to bring it full circle to what I said at the beginning of the show. All of this is happening because we, the people, have allowed it. We have allowed. Now, you're probably saying, I didn't allow it. Well, collectively, we did. Now, maybe some of us individually did not. Just like, hey, we elected Obama, and although some of us, 53 million of us didn't vote for him. But collectively, we still elected the man. So you know what? All those I see these bumper stickers a lot. Don't blame me. I didn't vote for Obama. Don't blame me. I voted for Bush. Or don't blame me. I voted for a McCain or Romney or whatever. Yeah, I can. Because putting a bumper sticker that says you're for Romney or you're for McCain or you're for Cruz or you're for Trump is not enough. Bumper stickers don't sway anyone. Platitudes don't sway anyone. Yes, you have a right to keep your vote secret, but why would you? Why not share who you support with your friends? Well, other people are out there. No. It's your job as well. And putting a sign on your lawn doesn't sway anybody. Oh, yeah, I get swayed all the time. I'm driving down the street, and oh, look, there's a sign for Clinton. Oh, there's another sign for Clinton. Oh, there's another. I better vote. I better support Clinton. All these people are supporting Clinton, man. I better get behind him and support. Nobody ever says that. But yet we seem to think, well, I did my part. No, you didn't. If that's all you did was plaster your car with a bumper sticker or throw a lawn sign down, no, you didn't do your part. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Well, actually, I'm not sorry. I'm sorry that you may be upset by what I just said. Well, no, I'm not sorry about that either. I'm not sorry about anything. Why do we say that? I'm sorry that you're upset. I'm not sorry. If that's all you did, you deserve to be slapped upside the head and say, hey, wake up. We can't keep doing this. We can't keep letting these certain people get elected and then go ahead and complain about them later. It's not working that way. Nothing is getting changed that way. You're going to have to start opening your mouth, start doing some of the legwork, start going out there and supporting these people that you truly believe in. Unfortunately, I know some people who actually believe in the other side of Democrat. They're probably going to listen to this and take this to heart. And others on the right side are just going to say, well, it's not my job. You're a citizen of this country, so yeah, it is your job. Plain and simple. It's every legal citizen's duty to exercise their right to vote. It's not a right, it's a duty. But not only is it your duty to vote, it's your duty to express to those around you why you support the person, the candidate that you're going to be voting for. See, we shouldn't just be waiting for these stupid debacle of a debate on TV once a month. There should be massive numbers of mini debates among voters all across this country every single day and night until the election. Because that's when the rubber meets the road. Is when you actually have an electorate that participates, not just sits back and watches it like it's a sporting event and then decides in the end, oh, who's your favorite? That doesn't work. It has not worked. And yet we still complain that the system isn't working, man. Well, the system isn't working because you aren't working. And until we decide that enough is enough, I guess we haven't gotten to that point yet where enough is enough, but until we get to that point, we're still going to have things like true heroes like this young man who runs out and tries to save a girl in vain and gets suspended for doing it because, hey, he didn't follow protocol. Think about that when your kids are out there tomorrow night. Are you going to want somebody to be so afraid of losing their job or being suspended without pay that if your kid gets into trouble, he's going to pass him by because he wasn't called to do so? Think about it. Until Monday, folks, have a great and safe Halloween. I'm Rod Eccles. This has been the Rod Eccles Show. And, of course, you know what I'm going to say yet. No. Yes. I'm out.